On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
That they want to be with the
Of
father of
the,
their
I'm
child.
talking about of the sample size that I see with the observable eye. So I'm not saying Kay, because I know what you like. Most of the time we talk, it's all or none, and then when you can't do all or none, then it's some people here and some people. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking general. So I am generalizing. We're on a show.
Okay, that's
a general audience. So I just want to clarify. I'm generalizing, and I'm saying of the people that I look at when I go on social media, when I go and look at certain accounts on Instagram, when I look at certain video clips, and you can say it's programming. I don't think it is, because when I go outside my door and I look at certain people, like I can see it when I walk in Roseland. If I go to Inglewood, I see it. Like they cool with being baby mamas. Anyway, okay. You said that's the goal.
No, Chicago, because I think what you're saying is interesting, and I want to know more.
The goal when women began believing that they didn't need a man in the household, I think. And this doesn't absolve men. I know I know when somebody says something about a woman, it's but what about the men? So it doesn't absolve brothers, because the specific time frame that I'm referencing is in the 80s. This is when you started hearing these songs about ain't nothing going on but the rent. You got to have a job if you want to be with me. This is the songs where it's like this is the movement in the culture where coming out of the 70s, it was a lot of Black pride. It was the last of Black pride, Black unity. When you start moving to the 80s, you see a cultural shift where women are being encouraged to go to school, get your degrees, get your PhDs, so on and so forth, and sustain yourself so that you don't have to depend on a man. Then it became especially in the 90s, I mean, a lot of dudes started because I know with Kay we could talk about the crack era and the influence of that in terms of the nuclear family and family structure and thinking processes and so on and so forth. But I think by and large in media and the impressions that it left on a lot of people, we could talk about the crack era, we could talk about media and culture, but for me it looks like in the 80s when women were being when men were not held accountable for some of their actions, when they weren't held accountable for some of their actions in terms of their families and so on and so forth, and women were being encouraged by and large, hey, you don't even need him. If you don't want to be here, I don't need you. Let the welfare feed you. You don't need him, sis. You can handle that all by yourself. Then we started to see the breakdown of the nuclear family. Not only that, we were being told that the nuclear family now is just a woman and her child. You don't need a man.
Okay. Okay. I see you unmuted yourself not so long ago. So when did the nuclear family stop being the goal?
I expect to hear from HR tomorrow.
Okay,
but
Shout out to Mr. Coleman.
Right. I don't think that the nuclear family ever stopped being the goal. I think it's still the goal now. I think in general, people want, people who want kids and whatnot, like they want a family, like they want to be with their partner, they want to have kids under that umbrella, so I don't think it stopped being the goal. I think that's still generally the goal.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Damn. What time I sent the question out? Okay.
Wait, you believe that, Kay? Honestly, you really believe that's the goal, to have nuclear families? I'm asking. Not anecdotal. I'm saying, even if you think about data statistics that don't bear that out, do you think, and I'm saying Black community specifically, I want to be specific. Do you think in the Black community, nuclear family is the goal?
Yeah, I think the goal is to have a mother, a father, kids. I think that doesn't work out that way a lot of the time, because a lot of people are, not in the position to have that situation in a healthy way, and in a functional way. But I think in terms of it being the goal, like ideally, if you ask people, I think that people would want a family with the mother, the father, the children, people that are, you know, in heterosexual relationships. I think that that would be the goal for a lot of those people.
Hold on one more second, JR. So do you remember that video that was shot? I think it was maybe late 70s, early 80s, where it was a group of women. They mainly were from New York, and the white interviewer was asking them. It was black girls.
Oh, I think, did somebody just post it recently?
They may have. I don't know.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay, but you know what I'm talking about? Where they said, hey, I grew up without my dad. I don't need a daddy in the home. And you still think the goal is nuclear family, mother, father in the home.
I think that if, like, because I know the clip you're talking about. Somebody recently posted it in the group, and I think that it's real easy after the fact to say, you know what, I don't need this, or I did this and now I'm this, or whatever. But if we're asking the goal, like, what is the main thing someone would want, you know, I don't think that the goal is I want to be a single mom, or I don't think that's the goal.
That is a goal for a lot of people, okay?
I don't think it, I mean, I'm sure it's the goal for some people.
No,
or maybe it's just the result for some people. But I don't know if I would say that that's the goal.
No.
So Chicago, you think,
are you following social media? And I'm talking about a younger demographic. I know what you're talking about, the results of people who are like in their 30s, 40s, 50s. Like, I understand those results. I'm talking about the demographic that skews younger, that's on the TikToks, the Snapchats, and all these different things that they posting, proud to be baby mamas, proud to be, you know, the baby daddies are still, you know.
But does that mean that's their goal?
Yeah.
I don't think so. But
you don't think so? Because I don't hear anybody saying, I want to be with the father of my children.
Wait, what? You don't hear anyone saying that they want to be with the father of their child.
I'm talking about of the sample size that I see with the observable eye. So I'm not saying, Kay, because I know what you like. Most of the time we talk, it's all or none. And then when you can't do all or none, then it's, you know, some people here and some people. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking general. So I am generalizing. We're on a show.
Okay, that's
a general audience. So I just want to clarify. I'm generalizing. And I'm saying, of the people that I look at when I go on social media, when I go and look at certain accounts on Instagram, when I look at certain video clips, and you can say it's, you know, programming. I don't think it is, because when I go outside my door and I look at certain people, like, I can see it. When I walk in Roseland, if I go to Inglewood, I see it. Like, they cool with being baby mamas. Anyway, okay. You said that's the
no,
family.
Chicago, because I think what you're saying is interesting, and I want to know more.